got it.
Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. It is the Unprofessional Professional Sports Show. I'm your host, B. Brian. Whatever you want to call me, I don't care. It's up in the air.
Time out. Before we even started, I got to be unprofessional. Somebody said I got it, and we went straight to the ad. So I'm thinking, does somebody have to go to the bathroom? I mean, what's going on? I didn't know.
That might have been me sharing the show. I'm not sure.
I was like, just leave that up to your imagination, man. Whatever you feel.
Oh, I got to go blank. Yes.
That's awesome.
Again,
We are
welcome to the Unprofessional Professional Sports Show. I'm your host, Brian B. Strillo, B. Whatever. Like I said, I got J Train with me, Keith, Bo, and Tip. And we are here for our course for our friend Mac, which we always remember. Fellas, how you doing this evening?
We're getting to some real football. Let's go.
Yes.
I've been living
Sure
in
the heck
nostalgia, man. That Dallas Cowboys documentary came out. Like, I poured me a drink. I'm getting ready to just binge watch 8 hours of the 90s and cocaine. It's going to be a fun time.
What's that on?
And you don't have to watch it on VHS.
What's it on?
That's the best part.
Pluto TV.
What are you talking about?
It's on Netflix.
To be original.
The best Cowboy series out there was the first year of All or Nothing, because you already know what it is. It's nothing.
What is it on, Tip? What
It's on Netflix.
actual?
It's on Netflix.
Oh, cool. That should be worth it.
Does the best.
I feel like Tip is offended by our making fun of this documentary.
No, I mean, I'm used to it.
I hear it too, Keith. I hear the tension in the voice.
30 years I've been like, it's just, I'm used to it. I'm numb.
I will watch
That's all right.
it. We'll promise you I will watch it. I love
you
that.
can be numb with your Dallas stuff, but at least you've got Bowls.
I think it's going to have to be up there with the Jordan Last Dance. I mean, the '90s with the Dallas Cowboys were it. You got to give it to them.
Well, I mean, so it's the same thing with like the Jordan Last Dance thing. All it's going to be is a propaganda tool for Jerry Jones, and I'm here for it, man. Like, it's going to be, look how amazing I am. Jerry Johnson had a little bit to do with this, but look at what I've done. Like, that's what it's going to be.
I hired him.
Yeah, I bought the team. I fired Tom Landry.
No, I'm 100% going to watch that.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
Numbness can be cured. I wish you luck.
I mean, it can be, but the Dallas Cowboys ain't going to do it.
That's right.
I've been on record saying that, like, I still think they're a fringe playoff team. I know Strillo says that they're going to win their division. There is no way.
see, and that's where you would think that it was a different person drinking.
That's for you, Keith. How can you send stars?
We'll talk offline here, Michael.
Oh, dang.
Oh.
I don't want to. I'm trying to promote myself here. This is a group effort.
Promote yourself.
Man, please, by all means, man.
I don't
promote himself. Look, but
when you share
he
the
says
show,
promote himself, but he's got the first thing he puts on here is this.
No, I don't do that.
It's fine. I don't have a problem with it, Keith.
I actually hate it. Is that every time I share the show, any show that I'm on as a guest, that comes up. I hate it.
It's okay, man.
I just
it's great. It's awesome.
Yeah, like what type of person would shamelessly promote themselves? You can support me by going over to www.myhappynuts.com.
And
That's right.
just
Be
the
sure to
tip.
like and subscribe wherever it is you're watching.
I'm embarrassed I got nothing to promote but stars, and he's got nuts to promote. And
Uh,
My happy nuts.
Are we talking about cashews here? I mean, what are we talking about?
Stars and nuts.
no, he's a
That's not
Cowboys
really a
fan.
good
It's
combination.
strays that he catches mostly.
It's a bunch of assorted nuts here.
yeah,
So we're just getting off to a roaring great start. I love
we
it.
are.
Well, let's see. This will be the last weekend for preseason football. Thank God.
And then we don't. Then what? They play again in like a month, right? I mean,
Yeah.
God. You wonder why we get bad football for a month. This is ridiculous.
Michael, if the nuts are good enough, you get stars.
Actually, I see stars after eating those.
Yeah. If you get kicked in them. Yeah.
30 years I've been being kicked in the nuts this whole time.
We got to give you stars.
I'll get kicked in the nuts for some stars. I
That sounds like
instantly
a
regretted
self-promotional
saying that.
thing.
I
Oh,
mean,
boy.
that is the
go
goal.
there.
Is to deflate them a little bit is what you're trying for.
Danny, listen, I'm 65 years old. I'll take my nuts anywhere I can get them.
This show didn't even make it past a minute, and we're
actually-
already in the
Yeah, this went off the rails extra early today.
Yeah.
Yes.
It didn't even make the intro.
Exactly.
Thanks, J Train.
You got it, man.
High school spotlight show.
Right.
I'm down to do a fantasy league. I'll lose, but I'm down to do a fantasy league.
Yeah, I never have time.
I know.
Oh, my show.
Now I don't spend enough. I'm not going to retire. I guess I can. So
Oh, nice flex. I'm going to retire. I don't have to work like you said.
In 13 days.
7.
Get it right. Bo.
Is it 7?
7
Hell yeah. Let's go.
ready. 7 working days. 7 working days.
Right on.
Okay, now for the sports show. I like that.
Yeah, more professional now.
No, that was it.
For other news,
We said Cowboys. That counted as sports, kind of. And
I'll take it.
he said Jerry Jones in the same sentence. So yeah. So guess what happened to Lamar Jackson today?
Got stepped on it.
And that's big news, buddy.
he got stepped on in the stars. Is that what's happening?
Oh.
Well, at least it wasn't the cashews.
Seriously, I mean, are we gonna have to start putting oversized shoes on guys so they don't hurt their feet now? Is that what we got to do?
So he got
Oh, my
cleated.
goodness.
That's a problem. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
He needs steel-toed. Timu says still steel-toe shoes now, tennis shoes. So maybe he can get those.
Every single snap has to be out of the shotgun now to protect the quarterback's feet.
Mhm.
He'll be fine. Jeez. You know,
It's like
It
breaking
sounds
news.
like he's okay. He's okay.
You know when NFL is slow when they say breaking news is Lamar Jackson got stepped on
I would say quarterbacks get stepped on in every practice. So right?
at a high rate. Yes.
I mean,
Very
don't get me
high.
wrong. I have a toe on both feet that were cleated so many times, like they are messed up. You still played, like I don't know.
I mean, maybe we should talk about Anthony Richardson not being the starter and Daniel Jones being the starter. Yeah, I don't know. And they're not going to do anything regardless.
So, were you really surprised that Anthony
No.
Richardson isn't the starter? Like
No.
you knew
No.
it was going this way. He's more consistent. The problem with Anthony Richardson is he was so severely overdrafted that they wanted top end talent. They took him 4th overall. And I guess because his pro day, he threw an 80-yard bomb. They just neglected every piece of film that existed on the kid. And lo and behold, he gets to the league and he shows you exactly what he did in college. Like and then you give him a scenario where he's in and out of the lineup, so you're not developing this kid in any way, and then you wonder why he struggles.
I have to agree.
Hurt that kid.
I heard Dan Orlovsky say that he needs reps. He needs reps between college and he played a full year of college and he played in the pros. He's only had 1,800 reps. I mean, somebody like Jaden Daniels or Bo Nix have had over 6,000 to 7,000 reps total.
Yeah.
And it's a major difference between, I'm not saying that the kid is good. I mean, you're going off where you picked him. That, you know, he's not going to do anything special or anything that what he's capable of doing, if possible, without the reps.
So,
and
I mean, a lot of that also.
When he was getting drafted, where did you have him? Because I had him as like a 3rd round pick.
I had him as a 3rd or 4th round pick. I was totally surprised when I saw that pick at number 4 overall.
A lot of that also comes from the fact that he only started 17 total games in college and high school, right? Like you talk about like there's no film on this guy. There's nothing to look at. So I think the Colts are just going with upside. Like maybe
he was also injury prone at Florida. I mean, I just like, wow.
The film that was on him wasn't good. And everything you've seen in the league is exactly what he did in college, right? Like that short to mid-level game isn't good, right? He's athletic. Right. Sure. He's got a cannon of an arm. That's great. How many cannonballs do you get a launch down the field per game? 2? Yeah. I mean, you're not winning a lot of games that way, right? Like where do you live as a quarterback? Between 5 and 20 yards. Where is he not super accurate? Oh, between 5 and 20 yards. Like
that's where I feel like. So I was big on Joe Milton going over to the Dallas Cowboys, and then I've seen this dude in like the preseason games, and he couldn't hit a check down to save his life. Like he's throwing it 1,000 miles an hour, and the guy's 2 yards away from him. So what the hell are we doing, man? That's exactly what Anthony Richardson looks like. Like. Yep. The deep ball, it's beautiful. I think it was the first game last year where he completes that deep pass. It's like, oh, yeah, this is what we got him for. And then the rest of the season was just absolute dog excrement. Right? It's just, man, like the Colts messed up with that. And I feel like they could have done something better at that 4th overall pick.
I've tried to warn people about Joe Milton forever. Mac McGrath, God bless him. He wanted him to be the next starting quarterback of the New York Giants in the worst way. He was willing to go up a 3rd round draft pick. And I said, I wish I was running the Patriots right now because I would take that in a heartbeat.
Right.
Anything was breathing would be good for Joe Milton because he was never going to amount to anything. And he was a bad and he's got an overrated opinion of himself. He thinks he should have been the starter. That's why he's not in New England anymore. More so than his play is the fact that he doesn't have a good attitude in the sense that he thinks he's better than Drake May. He probably thinks he's better than Dak Prescott. And all evidence says, no, you're not.
Like, I love the confidence. Have the confidence. Have all the confidence in the world. But, dude, you better back that crap up or else it's just going to look bad. And every throw that I've seen him make with the Dallas Cowboys, even when no pressure is around him, is off balance, like far off the back leg. Again, absolute cannon. I wish I could throw like that at any point in my life.
Yep.
But you can't, like the decision-making is bad. The interception he threw this past week against Baltimore, you got a safety over the top. You've got the corner, right in the pocket of the wide receiver. And you overthrow it so much that the safety intercepted 10 yards away from where the wide receiver was. Like, what the hell are you doing, man? Like, what touch is that?
So I love this right here. I love this right here. Black Happy Gilmore. That you could take this either two ways. It's because he has an incredible drive on the ball, or because he's supposed to play a different sport.
He's got to play a different sport.
He should play hockey stick for sure.
To me, talking about Joe Milton would lead into another conversation here. We're talking about Joe Milton being drafted in the 5th round by the Patriots. Mm-hmm. To me, he is far worse talent-wise. I mean, he has a great arm, a powerful arm. He can throw it 80, almost 90 yards. I mean, we saw that in the combine. Yeah. But to me, Shedeur Sanders, they're both taken in the 5th round. He's a far better quarterback than Joe Milton should be. I mean, there's no way Shedeur Sanders should have been a 5th round pick. But I think I digress in discussing that right now. But I just think Joe Milton he has a false sense of security and a false sense of confidence regarding to his talent as a quarterback.
Damn close.
Besides arm strength.
Damn close. The first thing Mike Vrabel did was get rid of Joe Milton when he walked in that locker room and heard what he was hearing out of Joe Milton. Bye. He didn't care what he was as a football player. So
I will say this.
Where did you have Sanders? I had him as a second rounder.
Second round.
Okay.
I had him between the first and the second.
Okay.
I will say this: Joe Milton higher on the depth chart.
No, he isn't. Third, right?
Damn.
Dropping daggers.
So since we're talking about quarterbacks, how about Tyson Bagent getting that 2-year, $10 million contract as a backup for good old Caleb Williamson?
You need somebody who can carry a clipboard competently, and he can do it. So I think that's a good signing by the Colts.
Come in and play.
He can play a little bit too. I'm kidding. He can play a little bit. One of the things I noticed in last year's, I think it was last year's Hard Knocks. He played very, very well in training camp last year. But he's not going to be the starter. Caleb Williams is a lot better than people want to give him credit for.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. No, Bagent can play. Like he can come in and spin the ball a bit. So I wasn't mad at it. Like you want a competent backup, and he's shown he can be that.
And you want to get a competent backup that's like not too expensive, right? Now I feel like that's the perfect margin right there. $5 million a year. You got him for the next couple of years. You got a guy that can keep the offense moving. I think we all like it, right? Like, and I think what the Bears are doing is really good too. Like I think the Bears are going to be a really surprising team to a lot of teams this year.
I do too.
Brian, I think, disagrees, but
I mean, they're going to be a good team. They're just not going to be a division winner.
There's potential there. There is potential there. The thing that's interesting is, this all comes down to if Williams can become that dude, right? And you don't have to believe me. This is his coach.
Mm-hmm.
The last commenter said about up to 16 million. He's probably not going to get that if he's not.
If he does, it's bad news for the Bears if he hits any of incentive.
Right.
Yeah, because it means he played.
I like that. Bad news Bears.
Right.
So this is the coach talking about Caleb Williams and his accuracy issues already. Did it come up?
Yeah, here you go.
The 70% completions target for Caleb for the season, but also for practice. How often has he been hitting that? How is he doing on that for training camp?
I don't have the exact number, but we've been underneath that bar, which that happens. We're learning, we're growing. I think early on we were probably 55. It's gotten better as camp has gone on, but we haven't hit that threshold as often as we.
So the thing is what is the main thing about practice and camp? What are you not allowed to do to a quarterback?
Touch him.
Hit him.
Right? What's the one thing you should be relatively decent at because you can't get hit?
Accuracy.
Hey.
But I would say that improved. I mean, because he was able to get hit in the last game they played against, and he was impressive in those first couple of drives. I mean, those first couple of runs. So, I mean, I would say.
Yes and no.
I'm sorry.
Yes and no, because they came out with all their ones, and the Bills came out with their second 2s and 3s. They didn't have a single starter on the field.
Right.
You better be able to carve them up as the first pick with number 1 units out there against a bunch of guys that are either not going to be on the team or going to be on the bench. Like you better.
Yeah, but you gotta give him some credit. I mean, let's just say, like last year with versus the Lions, they should have beat the Lions in that last game. And I think you remember that. But I think they messed. I mean, it wasn't on Caleb Williams. He did what he was supposed to do.
That was a coaching. That's why the coach got
yes,
fired.
Absolutely.
And I agree. Like he looked good, but at the same time, you have to look good in that scenario. That would be like Alabama beating up Tulane. Well, yeah, you have to, right? Because if it's close, ain't nobody like, oh, Tulane was good. Everybody's looking like, what's wrong with Alabama? Right? So if he didn't go out and ball out, they'd be like, man, he couldn't move the ball against the 2s and 3s. Right? So
I mean, how much of that is like Ben Johnson just playing some like mind games with him, like trying to motivate your quarterback?
Right. I
Like,
think
a lot of
Ben is supposedly people are thinking like Ben might be a little bit of a sociopath because he's like
he does have that old school vibe to him.
yes, a little bit. I mean, I like it as a coach. If that's what I want. I want somebody that's going to get
Let me
into
tell you
everybody
something
and get the
about
best
Ben.
out of everybody.
And
Let
I
me
would
tell you
bet
something about Ben.
everybody was saying the same exact things about Goff before Ben Johnson got a hold of him in Detroit.
Yeah, but everybody said the same thing about Justin Fields, and he's still Justin Fields.
You know,
That might be a little different. Yeah, that might be a little different.
Let me tell you the thing about Ben Johnson that I think that might be his failing as a head coach. Ben Johnson, for lack of a better word, is an asshole. He is. He's straight up. Look, let me tell you something. Dan Campbell tolerated him because he is a offensive genius. He does. He has some plays in there that you would never think that, offensive coordinators can even muster up in this day and age. But he's very good in that. But he's off-putting. His ego is kind of way up there. And
I like that.
I mean, you can like that all you want, but if your ego is up there and you're putting your ego above your team, that's a whole different. See, this is a different reason why I think Aaron Glenn would be a better coach, because Aaron Glenn is more like Dan Campbell.
oh wait a minute.
I don't know, man. Hey, let me tell you who was like that. Sean Payton was like that.
Bill
Sean
Belichick.
Payton got a Super Bowl. Bill Belichick was like that, man. I'm not saying these dudes. It might rub some people the wrong way, but winning cures all. If you're winning with that type of attitude, you don't care. You just like, okay, fine. I get your vision now. I'm going to follow this lead. You might be an ass, but hey, just show me Lombardi. You show me a couple of those, I'm with you. I'm gonna stay with you.
I wonder if B would have been that visceral against Ben Johnson if he was still with the Lions.
Well, if he's with the Lions, of course I wouldn't be.
He has no flaws.
That's right. He fades away.
He knows his place. He's an offensive coordinator. That's what I'm saying. He knows his place. If he went to the Raiders, see, the only reason why I come down more on Ben because of anybody, other two, because he went to the Bears. That's why we call him Benedict Johnson. he went to the Raiders. I'd still give him stuff, but it wouldn't be as hard as I am because he's on the Bears, obviously. That's just rivalry. You know what I'm saying?
No bias at all. I got you.
No bias.
Yes, quality journalism.
Does Campbell hate Ben Johnson the way Belichick hated Eric Mangini when he told him not to take the jet job? You think?
Well, I kind of blame a lot of the exodus on Dan Campbell because it's like, oh, they're going to leave anyway, so let them go where they want to go. And he didn't say they had to go to a specific team. He just said they can go anywhere they want to go. And
he can't go.
Chicago.
Can't deny, right?
Well,
it's not a lateral move. You don't think
you
you
can,
deny lateral. That's it.
Shouldn't be trying to find a coaching job in the middle of a playoff run.
Be Strill. I'm gonna tell you, be careful calling that man Benedict Arnold. If you remember the movie Straight Outta Compton, they call Ice Cube Benedict Arnold, and he gave him no Vaseline. So, yeah.
Oh,
That ain't gonna happen.
I can't wait for the Ben
He's gonna know
Johnson
where the
mixtape.
Vaseline's coming from.
The Ben Johnson
From the D.
freestyle.
Have some Vaseline with that D. How about that?
I believe it's baby lotion that they're in the market for these days.
Oh my goodness!
Oh.
It's all been bought up.
Yes, it's off the shelves.
Short.
By the Bears, as it turns out.
Oh.
No
No Diddy. That's right.
No doubt.
Okay.
they're definitely got it.
He'll probably get booed when he plays in Detroit.
Sure, if they're
I
not
mean, they
they don't-
booed Stafford. Why wouldn't they boo him?
Well, especially because y'all didn't win a ring. If you guys would have won a ring, it might have hit a little different. But because people look at it as you didn't even get the job done and you left.
Yeah, which
but
is
I mean-
which is a good point too, because he did say he wanted to stay here until he won a Super Bowl.
Well, he wanted to
then he
stay there
killed
until he got offered a job with a quarterback that he liked.
Yes,
Everyone says stuff
exactly.
like that, man.
Yes, and that's what's going to happen. The Bears have never had a quarterback that had a 4,000-yard season, which is unreal to me. It's going to happen with this guy. Ben Johnson is just an offensive guru. I see it. I saw the way the Lions look, man. You had all the skilled talent. It's a bit of a mirroring image here. You got 3 wide receivers that are there that can play. You got an excellent running back. You got a quarterback that won a Heisman that threw over 4,000 yards. I think is going to happen, and I think that Chicago looks like they're on an upward trajectory.
And
Well, and
Chicago,
that's what you want to see, right? Is, at this point, there's no reason for him not to be great. The coaching is upgraded. He has weapons, a better offensive line, right? They fixed the whole interior of the offensive line, a solid defense. So the only thing left is, can Williams take that step forward and be that guy? And if he can, they're going to be good, even if they don't necessarily have the best record ever, because that division is a hall of horrors. And, you may not be able to have the best record coming out of there. But even if you don't, you can be happy with the direction the team is headed.
and that's the thing with like the Bears. They've done everything to address the offensive line, to address the defense, to get him weapons, to do, get him a coach, a good offensive minded coach and things like that, to where now I feel like you don't have excuses if you're Caleb Williams.
Exactly.
If you don't perform this season, then that's a you problem. It ain't the team problem. That's a you problem.
Exactly.
And I don't see any reason as to why we would think Caleb Williams would fail, right? Like, I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, he's got a lot of pressure on him. He's a number 1 overall pick, blah, 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 right? But he's shown whenever he's got talent around him, and any quarterback that has talent around him should be able to survive whatever the conference is. Even if they finish in last place and they show some progress, it's better than what last place was last season.
I'm reading Michael's previous comment about he's a Lions fan. He told me he's a Patriot fan.
Uh-oh. Next thing you know, he's going to say he's a Cowboys fan. Well, no one would admit to that.
No one's going to do that.
No, I think we had this conversation. I think he's got
Let
two
me tell you
teams.
something. Let me address this comment. Okay, I am really tired of hearing all this stuff.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we have great players. All right, we have great players. So Goff, without him, he's still got Brunell as a quarterback's coach.
Go on.
Morton is not a bad. He was the one that developed this offense. So I'm not. I'm real tired of that.
Let him have it. Keep it going.
Keep
Keep it going.
disrespecting Goff while he keeps putting up 4.5 yard K passing in 40
Man, you got him so
touchdowns and
flustered he
stuff.
can't even use words.
I thought he was
Right.
He sounds like me all of a sudden.
I was about to check his face, make sure it ain't drooping.
Just straight
I think-
live on TV.
The biggest thing about golf is if you keep him upright, you keep him protected, and you don't allow pressure to get in his face, he'll carve you up. Golf is great in that regard.
Well, I mean, and again, I feel like they're one of those teams. They're kind of quarterback proof, right? Like, you've got Amon-Ra St. Brown, you got Williamson, you got a good running game, you got Sam Laporta. Like, you have all these things that can make Detroit a good team. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. But I feel like having Goff back there as a quarterback, with having that consistency, all that stuff with them, it's going to be great, right? Like, they're still going to be the best team in the NFC North. But I don't see Minnesota challenging them. I don't see Green Bay challenging them. I don't see the Bears challenging them. But all the pressure in the world is going to be on Detroit to perform, because that window's there now, man. Like, you've got to win now or it's not happening.
The NFC North was the greatest division in all of football. What are you talking about, Tip? You don't think that's going to be the same this year?
There's no way Minnesota or another team is winning 14 games again. You're not going to have two 14-game
No
plus
team in that
winners.
division is going to be winning 14 games. We'll be
No.
lucky if the best team that wins division gets 12.
100%.
You got to remember that this division is also playing the AFC North and the NFC East. So with both of that,
Dogs in the
being said,
NFC
that's
East.
tough.
Absolute
NFC
beasts
tough.
in the NFC East.
Well, except for the Giants. But anyway, that's a different story.
Oh, it's close stuff for the Cowboys, but hey,
I don't know. The Giants might be on the upward trajectory. I
Also,
like
the Giants' defense is going to be amazing this year.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. It's just a
Danny,
question about whether they can run the ball and throw the ball. I mean, we'll see. But defensively, they look stacked, man.
Yeah, and Jackson Dart looked good. He looked okay.
I've sworn off talking about the Giants as I picked them to win a wild card last year and have been lambasted for it ever since. So I will not talk.
Man, what were you smoking?
I was I had some bad happy nuts and off I went.
There is no such thing as bad happy nuts.
Bad.
He had bad happy nugs, I think is what he meant. They just didn't roast up right.
His nuts were unhappy. He didn't use promo code Mike Tipton at checkout.
Damn.
I bought them at a Sunoco station on the
So speaking of those Vikings, they're looking to trade for a veteran wide receiver because of course Addison's going to be out for 3 games and Justin Jefferson's on the mend.
If only someone like Amari Cooper wasn't available in free agency.
Right?
Like come on now.
Why are you trading?
Gabe Davis is as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
funny because it sounded like they kicked the tires on MVS here in Seattle.
MVS, man.
No, dude's got wheels.
You should keep him because trust me, the Saints, when we had people off the streets, he was one of them. And man, he was doing this thing down there. That was about the best highlight of New Orleans this season was seeing him catch a few deep bombs into the end zone. But being 5-12 was
It's funny because the trade proposal I heard was like a 7th. I was like, why would you even do that? I mean, unless you're just going to cut the guy anyway, but he's the guy that gives you that speed element that left with DK. So I don't know why you'd get rid of that because it makes it so that you have that guaranteed deep threat. They have to take the deep shot seriously.
right.
So I thought that was weird. And, you know, to your point, like, how is it you aren't looking at a guy like Amari? I don't know how he's not on a roster at the moment, unless he just doesn't want to be.
He's got.
Well, I think he's contemplating. I think he might be contemplating retirement.
He's got to be better than anybody they can get that's left off a roster here in preseason, right? Or they can trade for. Why would you give up any assets if you have a couple of wide receivers that are still out there that you can get?
No, literally, he's better than guys that are on rosters right now.
And he'd be good on that team. I think he'd be a real asset on that team, actually.
Could you imagine a team that has Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, and Amari Cooper?
Squinting mighty hard at that.
So
Jay
I need to address this question. I mean, there's no question. Are you kidding me? Anthony Richardson, man, there's no way I'd bring him in New Orleans. And right now, I don't think I think everybody's giving Spencer Rattler. They're really sleeping on him. My man is. I mean, did you watch the last game? I mean, that he played in preseason.
Let him know.
Not saying Spencer Rattler can play, and he's going to be the projected starter. I think Tyler Shuck is the guy that they want to start.
Yeah.
He's just not ready yet, and so you don't allow him to play. You allow a lot of guy that's had some season, even though he went 0-6 in his career. But I mean, he was playing behind patchwork of an offensive line. The guys off the streets, like I said. I mean, everybody else was just like middle schoolers out there playing against actual starters. In the NFL, and so it was just pretty bad. But Spencer Rattler has a real chance to be special, I think, in this league. So we'll see. I think he's gonna, but he's definitely gonna probably be the starter for the season.
Shuck hasn't played much either. By the way, talking about Richardson, Shuck played very little in college. He was very good when he played, but he wasn't. He didn't play a lot either.
For 7 seasons too, which is unreal. 7 seasons in college.
Yeah.
But he's had some injury issues, and and I think he also got beat out by Herbert at Oregon.
Wait a minute, Michael. What is the upside of Richardson, though? I mean, I'm not seeing it. Unless he's got to be molded.
I can tell you exactly what the upside is. It can be a goofy quarterback room, just like the Browns and the Giants Like, that's what we want, right?
All the chaos injected into my veins. We need that.
Send him to the Browns.
God, quarterback number 7.
I'm going to tell you, Michael, that Anthony Richardson to me he's a much more athletic bust of a quarterback that was in Las Vegas or Oakland in Jamarcus Russell. He wilded at the combine. He threw these deep passes. He didn't sit on his behind and throw a 40-yard bomb, but he definitely did some great things at the combine. But I watched the SEC. I'm an LSU fan. I watched him in Florida. That's why I was very surprised when he got picked number 4 overall. And I definitely do not like the upside there because I don't think this is the same guy. Like they mentioned that you need reps, but this is a guy that had one read looking to his left and got blindsided, and his pinky was at a 90-degree angle. So, it's just there's no way I would want this to be the future of the Saints right now. And let him go build somewhere else, and then maybe we'll trade for him if he gives me 1 or 2 seasons that shows me that he can play in the NFL.
And
I just don't think he can.
It wasn't even a true blindside hit. That hit came from straight up the middle. Like, you couldn't even identify that pressure was coming from up the middle. And you allowed yourself to be in that situation.
It was outside pressure.
It was outside pressure.
Yeah, it was outside.
But it wasn't a blind side. That's the thing. It wasn't his blind side.
Hey, when the front side's the blind side, you know you have a problem.
When all sides are the blind side, you got a problem.
Yeah, when you don't recognize it at all, that's a problem.
The over-under is 5, Robert. But again, can you always depend on what someone's telling you? I mean, what this is. Again, all the players that are playing this year, they didn't play. We didn't have Olave. We didn't have. I'm gonna tell you right now, who's a stud for the Saints right now? Kelvin Banks. Kelvin Banks Jr.
Great player.
He is a franchise left tackle right now. I mean, I watched some film on him with some of the Saints preseason, and it's unreal what this guy can do. Everything, man. It's just he's whoever the quarterback is going to be for the Saints, they can trust that their blind side is protected just for the foreseeable 10 season. With that said,
about Richardson, Michael, because it wasn't a cornerback, it was a defensive lineman. It was Ojabi.
Yeah,
I know that because he's from the University of Michigan.
Ojulari, yeah. It was what he used to play for the Giants, I think, and he was with somebody else.
It was Ojabi.
It was Ojabi.
From the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, they drafted him from Michigan. Yeah, this is his first season.
To Michael's point about Richardson, if Richardson at some point in his career may become a serviceable quarterback, again, it's very similar. I think Tip might have said it in the beginning that it's not his fault where he got drafted, right? I feel the same. I've defended Daniel Jones with the Giants the same way. If Daniel Jones was drafted in the 3rd round, Giant fans would have felt a whole lot better about Daniel Jones and his progression as a quarterback until the last couple of years when things fell apart. Until then, he had progressed, fairly well, except that he was a 6th pick in the draft, and the Giants traded up to get him. And it's just kind of the same way with a guy like Richardson. It's not his fault that he was overdrafted, and that pressure's on him, and he's going to probably have to go somewhere else than Indianapolis to ever amount to anything if he does. But
that's the thing, though, is like there's so much talent at quarterback now that why would you spend the time? Well, like you don't have the 1st round pick that sticks around that wasn't good in his first stop, like a Brandon Weeden. We're not getting that anymore. Look how fast teams moved on from someone like Josh Rosen, right? Who had a lot of reps in college, who did a whole bunch of okay things. I'm not going to say it was great or anything like that, but it's so much quicker now to move on at the quarterback position as opposed to giving someone else another chance because hell, you can be like I think one of the comments earlier was like they can just tank for Arch Manning. Then now you can move on from that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is being patient does happen in the league, though, because you see guys like, Darnold getting a couple of stops and then starting to come to life. Geno Smith. I think that's why Zach Wilson got picked up in Florida, right? They're like, hey, you know what? Our guy gets hurt a lot. This guy was bad with the Jets, but everybody's bad with the Jets. So, he needed to go to another team to kind of wash that off. And then, we'll bring him and see if he can be something.
Yeah, sit around and watch and learn, right? a
Yeah.
little bit.
And I was going to say, let's not forget who the starter is. It's Daniel Jones. So
Yeah.
we saw what Daniel Jones did in New York. It might be a strong possibility that Anthony gets put back into the forefront at some time during the season. So I mean, let's just wait and see.
The coach said Jones is a quarterback for this season. He said that just straight out.
I want to see another 80
No,
yards.
but I mean, you don't think it'll be bad enough to where okay, we're going to put you back in?
It
I
could
mean,
be.
they've
It could
done that the last couple of years.
Hey,
anyway.
don't sell Daniel Jones short.
I like Daniel Jones.
That could be something. Yeah, he could be a great quarterback for Indianapolis.
I said in the offseason, so I want to say this.
No.
I think Daniel Jones could be okay in Indianapolis.
Yeah,
He's not going to be, the next
no,
Jared Goff
he's not going to be elite.
floating in Detroit. But
I think he can be better than what Anthony Richardson was.
Yes, I agree. But
That's all I'm saying.
but yes,
I don't think he's
we
going to
can all say like the Colts' upside is that
Joe.
they're still the third best team in the division.
Joe
Yeah.
Flacco. I mean, they got a
with
running game.
Daniel Jones at the starter, right? Exactly.
They got a running game. They got pretty good receivers. They got I don't know
They
about
got
their
Pittman, but
offensive
Pittman
line,
seems
but
like maybe it's whoever the quarterback is. Pittman just hasn't been it.
right.
maybe it's Pittman.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, this
Main recap: Colts are going to suck.
At the end of the day, the Colts are still garbage.
and thank you, Michael. That is the professional part of this show.
I was say, how dare we be professional for 10 minutes here? That felt gross.
Ridiculous.
Yes.
So it's time for ding, ding, ding. Beat the dead horse issues.
Ooh.
Who's gonna get signed first, Micah or Hendrickson?
Wow.
I'm going to say Micah.
I'll say Hendrickson.
I'll
It's
go
gonna-
with a 2026 draft pick.
And the
It's gonna be
future.
Micah. Like I feel like it's going to be Micah. Micah's going to get signed first.
I agree.
Well,
Second-
Hendrickson might get
Hendrickson.
somewhere else, by the way. If you actually follow through and trade Hendrickson, he may sign somewhere else first before Parsons.
That's true. That's true.
But Hendrickson is also saying, I got wind that he's saying that they're close. It's just that the issue is the guarantees. Well, that's not going to change, sir. You're going to be there unless you, and you already tried to get, looking to getting a trade. And of course, he came back with his tail between his legs because no one's going to give him the money that he wants being a 30-year-old defensive end that wants a lot more guaranteed money. And I mean, it's unfortunate because he's a guy that probably deserves it, being that he had 35 plus sacks the past 2 years, being the sack leader.
Yep.
But again, this is business, and a lot of guys. And then you're playing business with one of the worst organizations that Henry Gorsuch trying to negotiate or get money out of is in the Cincinnati Bengals.
There's
That's why I think that Dallas will sign Micah Parsons. Is Jerry Jones, like he loves all this drama. It's just drama for him. They'll have the contract signed by the time kickoff happens a week from tomorrow, which is awesome to see that we're going to be right there with football. But 2 weeks, 2 weeks
tomorrow.
2 weeks.
Oh.
I was excited. I got a little too happy there. My bad, guys. I apologize. Don't kill me. Nonetheless, he will be signed within the next 2 weeks because Jerry Jones doesn't like letting those type of players walk away for nothing.
Will he be the most highest paid non-quarterback?
100%.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
The Dallas Cowboys are going to be in salary cap hell for the next 5 years, but they'll have 3 dudes that are serviceable for them.
Yeah,
Thank
so-
God there's no basketball aprons to go along with this.
Until Aiden Hutchinson has to sign his contract.
I mean, maybe he'll break another leg.
Oh,
Oh, that's awful.
You are not my friend anymore.
oh! This isn't Broadway. You don't say that.
No, I meant it for good luck. Like I was hoping he was going to have a great season. That's what I meant. What is wrong with you guys? How dare you?
Just coming from broken leg mouth. Okay.
Just for that, you should not have any happy nuts.
You should see stars with them nuts. That's what you should say.
B's like, you want to get kicked in them nuts, huh?
That's exactly it. He's like, I will be happy to kick you in the nuts.
I think the latest thing with Cincinnati and them say, well, fine. If you want Hendrickson, you got to give us a first round pick and one of your future, one of your best defensive players or one of your best defensive players too. I think this is like no team is going to go for this.
No,
Sorry,
not both.
no team's going to go for it. So it's a BS move that Cincinnati is making. I do think that Hendrickson will be signed.
That's all
just gonna
negotiating tactic, though, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's the same thing with, like, I want to be traded right now. No, you don't. And Micah Parsons being like, I'm completely done with the Dallas Cowboys. If Jerry Jones comes up to you with the highest contract for any player that's not a quarterback, you're signing that contract. You are not saying I'm completely done. So, like, these things are just stuff that they put out there.
Michael, we're talking about it because Tip is sponsored by D's Nuts.
Right.
That's pretty funny. These nuts.
And those nuts. These and
And
those
don't
nuts.
egg it on, Robert. Bounty on Hutch's leg. You think we're the Saints?
That's
I'm
wrong.
gonna
Hey.
feel really bad. I'm gonna feel really bad if like something happens to Aiden Hutchinson now.
I had to throw that in there, dude.
I'm glad the word mature didn't end up in this comment somewhere because
Like Crowbacker talking about nuts.
Well, yeah, then they'd be great nuts.
You ever sit down and listen to one of your wife's conversation with her lady friends? Okay, there you go.
It's the books they're reading that really
They're also talking about nuts. They might not be as happy though.
exactly.
I was gonna say, if our wife, whoever your wife ain't talking about nuts, we got problems. Not yours.
Right.
50 Shades of Tip.
Yeah, exactly.
Which direction are we going here? What is
this
this?
is
I believe it's called cancellation.
I can't even sleep at night on Wednesdays anymore. Jesus.
So, Bo, I got a question for you, Bo,
Sure.
because this resides in your division, being
Okay.
a Seattle Seahawk guy. How do you feel about Stafford and his back for the Rams right now? You concerned? Well, I know you're not concerned because you could give a damn, but do you think it's
Yeah,
concerning?
I mean, so if he's healthy, they're the best team in the division. So I mean, you are concerned, right? He's been dealing with back issues for the last couple of years. He's found ways to, kind of fight through the seasons. 2 years ago he was hurt because their whole offensive line got hurt, and obviously that never works out. But he looked good last year, and I would imagine, the way that team is constructed, they'll be able to protect him fairly well. So as long as he can stay upright, he's gonna be a problem.
He's getting
if
older
he
and
gets
older,
hit-
though, Bo.
If he gets hit, it'll be a problem.
It's getting old. He's getting older and older, and managing that gets harder and harder. And
I know. I call it trying to get out of bed in the morning.
I think if Stetson Bennett's our quarterback, you're going to be smiling from ear to ear anytime that happens.
It
Well,
really
if-
shows
If
you.
he can't stay healthy, then this division is wide open.
Wide open. Yeah.
But it really shows you just how amazing of a person Tom Brady had to have been to be able to do this until he was 45 years old.
Oh,
Like carrying teams, doing all that stuff, being healthy year after year, minus what was it, 07, 08, one of those years, whatever year he tore his ACL. Like being able to be healthy and available all the time. We will never, ever see something like that again.
And you got to be Psycho Tom to do that, though. I
Yeah.
mean,
yes.
That's why I think Tom Brady's got a lot of Jordan in him. I don't know if you go back to like that Jordan doc we were talking about, where Jordan's just making stuff up about guys. Yeah, he said this
Yes.
about me. Fast forward 30 years later, did he really say that? Nah, but I just needed motivation to murder this guy's entire career. Like that's all Jordan needed.
So Tom actually said similar things, though.
Many similar things. Yes. He hated Lloyd Carr for 2 decades, and it drove him in the NFL. And he went back and thanked Lloyd Carr for the way he treated him at Michigan.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
and he would pick little things, just headlines and stuff the week before where they're like, he's too old. And I mean, like he would just pick little things to try and give you that edge. Right. So, like any of the great ones do that. Right. Because everybody is elite. So you got to find something that helps push you to that next spot. And usually it's something like that.
And that's why I want to like I I know people were giving Tom Brady a bunch of crap for last year, saying that his broadcasts were bad. I didn't think they were that bad. Like, it's Tom Brady. He's not going to say anything.
Yeah.
I think this year it's going to come back and be a lot better because he is a sociopath like that, where he doesn't like people talking negatively about him. And his whole thing is, I'm just going to shut you up as hard as I can.
Well, and it's funny because, it's his first time in. He practiced during the summer, right? And then they're like, go do it live. And they're like, how come he's bad? It's like, I don't know. When's the last time you did something for the first time in front of a bunch of people and killed it? Right?
I was 18.
Oh, I don't want to know what you killed, but he improved at 18 in front of a bunch of people.
That's the reason why he needs happy nuts.
It was the peak, actually. That was it. It's been downhill for Tip.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I have aged like a banana.
But he did improve though. I think throughout the season, I saw some better things from Brady. But yeah, he wasn't all that great in the beginning. But like I agree with you, Bo. I mean, this is his first time, so but he did show improvement.
No
I
one
mean,
will
just
be nearly as
think
bad
about-
as Jason Witten was. When Jason Witten first did it like he was terrible.
Well, I mean, I just think of the panel, for example. If you go back and watch the first show you did, I bet it was awesome.
Oh,
Oh, for me, oh man, that was terrible. Now, what I will say, the first time I heard Tony Romo was impressive.
Tomo
Starting out.
really good for a couple of years, and then he fell in love with the sound of his own voice.
Yeah,
never-
yeah, exactly. I was like, who the hell is this guy? And
If you sounded like Tony Romo, you would be in love with your voice too.
I mean, the best thing with
Romo
Romo
a much
was
better announcer than Tony.
his ability
Romo.
to break down defenses. Had he stayed healthy, you really think he probably could have done something with the Cowboys, because when you hear him breaking down a defense in real time, you're like, oh, he's actually pretty smart.
I would wonder. I mean, he probably just don't want to like the grind, but coaching would have been great for him.
I wanted him to be the Dallas Cowboys coach so bad. Bad.
You don't get paid the same amount of money as he's getting from CBS.
No, I was about to say he got $100 million deal from CBS. So
Yeah, coaching is a grind. I don't think people realize how much. I mean, it's like these guys love it. They'll go back and do it, but you guys sit there and watch film and coach. I mean, being in command of 53 guys that just like, it's like children almost, man. It's just wow. Yeah,
You gotta have a passion for it. You can't be one of those, I guess I could coach. No, like you gotta love that process.
right.
Yeah.
Before we leave, I'm going to say there's one thing, man, I want to talk about. It was not even football, but it's crazy. It's boxing. What do you think, B? Did you see about the upcoming fight in November?
Yeah, I
The
saw
Jake
that.
Paul
Yep,
one?
I got that. Yep.
Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, Javante. Yep.
first off, your nickname can't be Tank if you're like 5'6" and 140 pounds.
He said something about that.
When I was reading
He alluded to that. Jake Paul is saying that he's going to be a drone dropping a bomb on him. You might call yourself Tank, but yeah,
that could go.
I'm paraphrasing.
But this is why boxing has weight classes and stuff like that. This is why no one will ever take Jake Paul seriously, man. Like you should like you had a fight there that people would have been behind with Anthony Joshua, and somehow, some way, it falls apart. And this is who you have to replace it. Is a dude that's 5'6", 140 pounds. Like you got a full foot height on this dude almost. You should dominate this fight. Like it's a win-win no matter what. Like it's just that's and the sad thing is that's the state of boxing right now. This is the biggest star in boxing right now. Some dude who just makes up fights as he goes.
Once he can win, obviously.
Well, yeah, I mean,
He's not gonna fight. He's not gonna fight an Anthony Joshua because he'd lose.
yeah, I want to see him fight a real fighter, right?
Yeah.
That's not gonna
somebody
happen.
50 years old or coming in from a different sport, or like let's
He won't.
get a active fighter. And I felt really bad, right? Because he gets ranked, right? So now I think he was ranked like 14th, right? And so the guy that was 14th, he's like I've been fighting real people. Like
He won't
And
fight
that's
anybody.
the thing,
Once he
like-
gets paid, why would he fight anybody?
And that's what I was going to say. Until the money train dries up, he's going
Right.
to keep doing this.
Right.
And it's not gonna dry up because everybody like you, myself, want to see him get beat. You want it, so you're gonna go watch it. You're gonna pay Netflix. I don't even.
I've never seen.
I'm gonna watch the fight.
Yeah, the only one I've actually watched him was the Tyson fight, and I was one of the few people that my Netflix didn't fail.
I followed the fight through Bo actually that night on Facebook, I think.
Everybody else had the buffering wheel and were super
Yes.
mad for whatever reason. Mine actually worked. There was a couple of moments, but for the most part, it was there. But yeah, I mean, that was the only one because you're like, well, you know, Tyson's crazy. So you're just like, there's a chance, right? And then you watch the fact that he wasn't swinging. And that's when you knew that that one was rigged too. You're like, oh, like he's not
biting his glove. I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah, because he's like, I want to knock his head off, so I'm just going to bite this thing so I don't swing on him. Yeah, no, but no, like he hasn't fought anybody real yet.
And he never will. And he will never have to.
Yeah.
But like having Daniel Cormier and like Anderson Silva, you got dudes that are from the MMA. This is not their forte. But if you were to go like up against a real boxer, which I think he did against Tommy Fury, right? He lost against Tommy Fury.
Yes, this is true.
So like the one time
he got one loss.
Boxer, there it is. But it's, I don't know, like it's the sad state that boxing's in. And I love boxing, right? Like I love boxing. And to see it be in this state that it's in right now, it's just pathetic.
I mean, since he keeps bringing MMA guys, they should make him go doing some MMA. I want to see him get rolled in the cage.
Dude, he would get knocked smooth out.
Perfect. I might pay for that.
but he would pick like a 57-year-old MMA guy that can't like he would pick Tank Abbott. That's the MMA guy that he would go after.
Ken Shamrock.
It's probably still too young. He'd probably go for like Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, that's the one. Like Kim Shamrock, go way back.
Get Dana White in the ring.
Exactly.
It's also due to the fact of what generation we're in the social media. I mean, this happened in the 90s. There's no freaking way he'd be doing this stuff. None.
Well, you'd never even hear about him.
Well, no. Yeah, because like the whole social media thing, but
out.
You've got to give it to him. Like the marketing he's done to be able to make the amount of money he's been able to make, exploiting boxing the way that he's exploited boxing. Again, he's like the Jerry Jones of boxing. Great at business, terrible product whenever you get it.
Let's be honest. He's the Jerry Springer of boxing.
that Jerry, yes.
I will say he can fight. He's just not at the par of. I mean, he's not the same level as a prize seasoned young fighter. That's actually a professional fighter. He's just not there, but he can fight. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
he'll make that mistake though. He'll make that mistake though. He'll smell himself a little too much in one of these boxing matches and actually play somebody that knows how to box, and they're gonna F him up bad.
I mean, he's fighting a guy. Come November, he's fighting a season. He's just 150. I mean, he's 150 pounds, man. It's just like
the smallest tank you have ever seen.
He may have challenged Jack. I love that.
That's right. Big Jack.
That is fantastic.
Hype him up real good too.
Of course.
You can throw a couple lefts here, Jack. Throw him up.
Jack's probably punching a heavy bag right now. Reading that.
So the good old Jets have been just trading away for defensive tackles. They just made another trade to the Vikings for nose tackle Harrison Phillips. I don't know what's going on with Jets. Jets don't have any nose tackles or defensive linemen, or what's going on there?
Well, they have Justin Fields saying he's happy with 8-yard passes, so they need to keep him upright.
Yeah, I read that too. That was pretty hilarious.
If you got a bad offense, you got to have a good defense, man. Like that's.
Yeah, well, based on what they're doing, it looks like their offense is going to play some defense also.
Yeah.
They're going to have to.
Justin Fields at linebacker.
Right. Sauce at quarterback.
You will be.
I don't know. Anyway, that should conclude this hour of the Unprofessional Professional Sports Show, where we got off to a great start
www.myhappynuts.com. Use promo code Mike Tipton at checkout.
There you go.
That's right. You don't have to like, but you need to not unlike.
Because your nuts won't be happy.
Make sure your nuts are as happy as mine.
Anyway, gentlemen, it's been an honor and a pleasure again. Y'all have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next Wednesday.